are firing on all cylinders, and their record speaks for itself. First in the league with no signs of slipping here at the halfway point. Coming up next. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Now, it's no secret at the end of quarters, players will wait until just after the buzzer sounds to fire up heaves, so they won't hurt their field goal percentage. To encourage a nothing-to-lose approach on these plays, many say it's past time that the league only counts the makes in those situations. Kevin, kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Thanks, TA. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Jones in at the point. And for Honolulu, we've got Jay. Dumas is out there with Freak. Then it's Barnes. And it's MP in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, we have two defensive first teams tonight, Steve. Both of these squads fully engaged on the defensive end.
It will be a low-scoring outing tonight, but they all say it in all sports, and in basketball it works. Defense wins championships.
And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. Jones with it. Brooks outside. Pass to Bain. Memphis moving it around. Back loose. 6 to shoot. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Can't teach size and strength. Once Adams gets position, you're not rooting him out of there.
Barnes outside. Releases. And that one hits back iron. Memphis with the ball. This game against Honolulu here. It's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
They really dominated them on both sides of the ball. We'll see if they have their number again this year.
Here's Freak. Following the score by Dylan Brooks. Simpson the pass to MP. Here's Jay. The offensive rebound. Dumas. And he uses the glass on the lane.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Some coaches might not like taking the 3 on the fast break, but he had the open look and buried it.
Passes it to Jackson. On the wing, Brooks. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Muscling his way around the floor, Brooks able to absorb contact without it affecting the shot.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
And it's Freak missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
On the wing, Barnes. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Jones kicks to Brooks. Now here's Jones. He's guarded closely. Five to shoot. Misses off the right iron. Honolulu has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The rebound by Steven Adams. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Suns. Here's Brooks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Dylan Brooks seems like a very spirited player. Smitty, he plays with a lot of emotion.
I've heard coaches say he's the team's biggest cheerleader, whether that's game time or practice. Kevin, he loves to motivate his squad to be at their best.
And that one falls for Brooks.
What makes Dylan Brooks especially valuable to a team, he's a competitor who you can count on to produce in the clutch.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Tillman comes in for Adams. And it's Brandon Clark in for Jackson. And he makes the first but misses the second.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
And that one's good. Barnes.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so is Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They trail by 3. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go. And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
There's the pass to Simpson. Here's Jay. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Clark trying to get open. Bain with the bucket.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Here's Jay. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. The Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Jones kicks to Bain. Some nice passing there by Memphis. The tray. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in. Be efficient. Everyone was on the same page, and you got a chance to see the results.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. Different look for Honolulu. Baller, he's checked in for MP. D comes in for Freak. And Junior subbed in for Barnes. Memphis also making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Brooks. Conchar comes in for Bain. And it's Green in for Jones. Now here's Williams. Clark right side. Here's Conchar. It's hauled in by Dumas. Here's D. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Poked away. Oh, and a fast break for Honolulu. All going up court. Bucket is good.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Green, the pass to Conchar. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fires the three. Jay. Dumas gets the bucket. Dumas has got his third bucket of the night.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Green bounce pass. Here's Clark. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
For Memphis, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And that one falls for Clark. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's off on the second. Oh, and a fast break for Honolulu. Here's Jay. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Honolulu. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of the points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Honolulu.
It's all about pace for me. They have set the tone in that area, and they are playing fast, flying up the floor and putting all kinds of pressure on the defense.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. Desmond Bain out there with Jones. And it's Conchar into the 3. And after the last couple seasons, it's nice to get back to the more normal way of doing things, isn't it, Smitty?
It is, Kevin. We saw the playoff bubble, the reduction in games, more back-to-backs. Shows you how much can be taken for granted.
Jay misses.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
Conchar, the pass to Jackson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Jackson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Grizzlies. Barnes outside. And here's Chandler from the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Conchar. Knocks it loose. Chandler with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Honolulu. Barnes with the ball.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here. It shows with their turnover numbers.
Let's hear it, fans!
different look for Honolulu. Dumas, he's checked in for Baller. Freak comes in for the Kid. And Smooth subbed in for Jay. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Now here's Adams, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Count the basket. Brooks has got 7.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Honolulu leading by 12. Pass to Blevins. Barnes looking around. And again, it's Honolulu from deep.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Here's Blevins after the made shot from Desmond Bane. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Desmond Bane.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Honolulu shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Barnes. Tillman, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Barnes hits them both. And I think, Steve, now we see less real grudge matches than we did before. But do you like seeing those games where there is no love lost, where there is some bad blood and some contention?
Kevin, I love it. Yes, friends off the court, but on the court, you got to go at each other. And when it's over, win or lose, you leave it right there and you go back to being friends.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Jones. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Brooks, the pass to Tillman. Barnes against Bane. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tillman's shot is off. And here's Honolulu. They're on a 13-4 run right now.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Jones finds Brooks. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Tillman. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And again, Memphis no good. Dumas against Jones. The 3 from Barnes scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies kind of like what Shorty has done in this game.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
checked in for Smooth. Memphis also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Williams comes in for Jones. And it's Green in for Bain. Now here's Brooks. 35 points for him last game against Phoenix. They need this. Clark trying to get open. Nice shot by Brooks. 9 points for Brooks.
They are just killing them on the interior.
That's a 2 from Barnes. The putback. It's good on the putback.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Brooks kicks to Williams. Pass to Green. Clark trying to get open. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
In rhythm, what a beautiful release by Danny Green. The catch and shoot, he has it to a science.
Pass to Barnes. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Fires the 3. They get the rebound. MP. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Especially when you're this far down, you have to make the most of every sequence.
Now here's Green. Nobody near Williams. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
And there's the pass to Tillman. 3-pointer, Brooks. And so it's Honolulu with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Checking out Honolulu. Kenny, what was your impression?
Watching that half, they did a great job in transition. It's so hard to score in the half court when you let your defense set up. So anytime you get a chance, go. You go. Kind of reminds me of me in the day. That's why they call me the Jet. Jack. Get down the court fast as you can. Come on, man.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
First of all, where's the intensity on D? You think when a team is punking you like this?
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. A fantastic game from Shorty in this one.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit. Gave this offense a different dimension.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Dumont is out there with Freak. Then it's Barnes. Then it's MP. And it's Jay in at the point guard position. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. For Honolulu, they've gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Shots. Last on the first.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time. Here's Jones. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Brooks outside. Pass to Bain. Back to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jackson. From deep three-point range, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Honolulu ball.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Honolulu. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. And they pick up 2. And 12 points for DJ.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
They get a hand on it. Shoots from the elbow. Jackson gets the bucket.
Boy, this is what we talk about with Jaren. The ability to score on all 3 levels.
And the defense of Jaren Jackson Jr., it has become elite. Triple J finishing top 5 in 2022 in the Defensive Player of the Year vote.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
Adams, the pass to Brooks. Payne for 3. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. Greg, why do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. made that leap defensively in his game?
Kevin, Jackson was finally back to 100% in 2022. The ability to kind of fully use his physical tools. And Jaren's still learning from playing night in and night out. Now living up to that massive potential.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take a different look for Honolulu. T comes in for Freak, and B subbed in for Barnes. And Memphis also making a switch. Konchar's checked in for Brooks. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Jones looking for an opening. Right side Bain. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Honolulu takes possession. Ball is checked in for Honolulu. Honolulu has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Here's Jay, defended by Jones, and it's good for 2.
Number 15.
He's got his first points in this one.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Konchar, the pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Jackson. Adams trying to free himself up. And there's Jackson on the assist by Jones.
Want to impress scouts? Stand 6'11" and hit the 3 with consistency. Jackson has such a bright future.
Honolulu passing it around. Dumas gets the bucket. Dumas has got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off the 6.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. DJ really making a difference here.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Make some noise for T-shirt time!
Honolulu, the Kitties checked in for B, and Junior subbed in for J. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Tillman, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Mark comes in for Jackson. Williams, he's checked in for Bain. And it's Green in for Jones. To the middle. Williams in the post. And it's blocked. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And so it's Memphis with it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. There's 1:38 left in the third. Junior kicks to DJ. Misses the three.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Conchar, the pass to Williams. That's tipped. And that one's good. D's got his second basket of the night. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Honolulu.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far, being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That is his first foul of the game. MP's checked in for Honolulu. Freak comes in for Dumas. And Memphis also making a switch. Brooks checked in. Yep, it counts.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside, Green. Back to Brooks. Passes it to Conchar. They need this one. Out of bounds. Honolulu takes possession.
Honolulu ball.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Barker, the pass to D. No good from outside. And for Memphis, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. The pass to Tillman. On the wing, Brooks. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, Green. There's the drive. 1 second left. Offline.
That's the end of the
And so it's Honolulu out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Some nice passing there by Memphis. It's good from long range. Chandler's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Memphis.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Pass to Chandler. A 3-ball. They get it back. MP. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why? Lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
He's guarded by Chandler. Chandler outside. Blevins grabs the board.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Banked in off the glass.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
MP outside. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Pocket 6. And the basket is good.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Pass to Clark. Poked loose. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Shot clock reset for Honolulu. MP, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The shot, no good. Nice D from Chandler. Shoots it. Honolulu, no good that time either. And Clark has got the ball here for Memphis. A floater, and yes, it's good.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And they might be down big, but you'd love the mentality he has to go at defenders and just keep attacking.
He gets the bucket.
He is cold-blooded, drops the dagger, piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
For the three, Chandler. That one doesn't go. Now Honolulu takes it the other way. And again, it's Honolulu from deep.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
Dishes it to Green. Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. I guess always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Blevins, passes it to B. Down low, here's D, lays it up off the glass.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Chandler. And no good, the dry spell continuing for him. For Honolulu, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. And the pass to Blevins. There's 1:38 left in the game. And he gets the bucket.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Grizzlies have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Chandler outside. Blevins grabs the board.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Chandler, no good. And for Memphis, they're shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Honolulu.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for DJ.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
And Chandler sends it back. Be the pass to Blevins. So Honolulu wins it. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.